Nigeria is broke. And that if we acknowledge that we are broke, we may not be able to pay our bills. That's the beginning and foundation of taking steps to resolve the problem. A country that is paying debts with 54% of its retained revenue, all the money we make, we are using 54% of it to service debts. And the Honorable Minister says we are not broke, and he says we don't have a debt problem, that we only have a revenue problem. So these are one of the things I want to put in the right perspective. With also what I call the big picture in terms of insisting, like the professor said, that we don't just have to rely on borrowing money or the budget alone. We need to activate the resources available in the private sector in our society through proper incentives and signaling by government, so that what government is bringing could be just like a little drop. If you are bringing 26.8 billion, which is what this budget is all about for this year, you can have 100, 150 coming in from other stakeholders to help you reform the economy.
Why is it difficult for the government to realize
because of the government is simply trying to play to the gallery. But every human being who earns 100 naira and uses 54 naira to pay back debts or to service existing debts must surely know he's broke. So it's just politics. It's just the politics of it all.
What's your opinion about 2020 budget, sir?
It's got a lot of challenges, and I'm sure that's why they are asking people to come and help them to rejig and fine-tune it. So I believe that if we continue the way we've been doing, we may just end up like the 2019 budget, where you had a capital output of 2.650 trillion, and at the end of the day, all you have released so far, according to the president, it was 294, but Madam Minister said they've done extra 300, bringing it to about 600. 600 over 2.650 trillion, you are talking of still less than 25-26%. So that's not the kind of thing we are talking about. We are thinking about actually implementing our budgets the way they were approved. Way forward, let us all be honest with ourselves. Whether we are politicians in the executive or in the legislature, we need to acknowledge the bitter challenges that Nigeria faces, and from there we can begin to make progress.
Budget deficit is to be financed mainly by borrowing. We have heard repeatedly that Nigeria is inching into a debt crisis, and we have consistently said that Nigeria does not have a debt crisis. Our total borrowing today is just under 20% of our GDP, while the multilateral institutions project for an economy our size to borrow up to 50 to 55% of our GDP. What we have is a revenue problem.